Welcome to StarWell Foundation, where we make dreams come true for those who need some inspiration in their life. With your help as a facilitator, volunteer, or donor, we can make anything possible. Whether it's going on a fantastic adventure, solving a mystery, or meeting actors, athletes, and even superheroes, the StarWell Foundation's famous grant events have changed the lives for both kids and adults. Our director and founder, Duncan Jin,
Hi, Meredith Dare.
Mary is fine.
Oh, sure, Mary. I'm Jan. I coordinate the departments here. Could you come with me, please? I know you're in the middle of your orientation presentation, but we felt you should be present for the first wish meeting of the week.
It's fine. I've already seen it. I interned downstairs for a year, so I'm familiar with the department's accounts. I helped with audits and expenses, so trust me, I know what you guys do.
Do you? You know exactly what we do. It's not all parties, pancakes, and picnics.
You're right. There's recruiting stars and trying to schedule grants.
And those can be awful if the client is in terrible pain and can't enjoy the grant. Timing is important. Getting it right is important. Negotiating compromise is important. It looks like a lot of fun, but there's a lot of burnout.
I apologize. I didn't mean...
Sorry, we had a rough weekend.
Oh, I understand.
We have these meetings daily since we cover 3 hospitals, 2 orphanages, and a few after-school programs, shelters, and an occasional support group. This way everybody knows what each other is up to.
Will I be assigned to a case today, or...?
New facilitators rarely take assignments on their first week. It's normal to shadow your department head to see how things, get parsed out, track tasks, and eventually assist on recruitments or grants. Just, take a seat over here and watch and listen.
It's 11:11, time for our daily meeting. Hope you all had time to recover. If you need her, therapist Nia is available. But today's a new day. Who's first? Rebecca, what do you have?
I got word Cliff Carnes' film shoot is delayed 2 weeks due to a flooding incident at his proposed location, so he should be able to make the visit to Grace General and Brava Hospital within the next 2 days.
Nice work, Becca. Travis? Saw the point guard for the Coyotes was partying after his game on Friday. Did he make it to his grant?
He sure did, boss, right on time. It was his idea to bust the kids to an indoor court and shoot some hoops. The guy is a machine. He said the team owner asked about your next golf outing? Let's see, I'm working on, a few requests for Rowan's Jodes, football guy from out of town. He said he'd come, but only if we can get red carpet passes to the Sarah Strode movie.
Trade you for tickets to his next local game?
Oh, so done.
Weekends are a thing. The kids that go to school are off, some of the stars aren't booked that much, and some of the parents can come too.
Weekends won't be a problem.
Angie, you're up.
All of Miss Cosmo's nemesis are locked up, so she has some free time to make the rounds. The Union Marvelous is at full membership and can cover patrols in the meantime. But Dark Detective went radio silent last month, and word is he's on stakeout or undercover.
Roger that. Remember, team, Angie's briefings are not to leave this room. Could be sensitive information that is exploitable. If it was intel that came from us that caused an incident, then we could lose every client and star we have. Where are we on this week's events?
We were able to schedule a small cruise outing for some kids from Jepitrage Orphanage who've never been on a boat before. That's tomorrow. And one child wished to slay a dragon. It's already booked for the end of the week. Our props guy Malcolm built an animatronic dragon we can borrow any time. It flaps its wings, it moves its head, and roars the whole 9. We even were able to get some of the clients' online D&D party to travel in and participate.
Great. Bill, can you tag along and make sure we get the cameras on this one and add it to the promo reel?
Will do. And...
we also already arranged for the dragon to be at the fundraiser next Friday.
Oh, great job. That'll be fun. All right. Well, if that sums it up.
There's one more thing, sir. We have a child at St. Leo who has made 17 requests for the same person.
If it's a superhero that isn't accessible, can we find a replacement?
It's not a hero. They're asking for a villain.
Anyone have an in with the villains? Okay. Who wants to screen the actor pool and check in with the costumes department and get this kid a villain?
How come?
Are you serious? No one wants a villain job. No one is going to find them, and then we have to try and fake it with basically a professional birthday clown in a different outfit.
I'll do it.
You don't have to. Angie has some.
Is there a plan on what to do if the actor doesn't work? Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it happens more than we want. It's tough trying to balance a real superhero versus an actor playing a real superhero versus an actor playing a movie superhero versus the actor playing themselves. We're not going to tell Jay Lenti he can't visit kids as Sergeant Sensei from his multi-movie series. Sometimes the smarter or older kids or more aware kids, they'll know when it's not the real Magenta Thorn or the Victorian.
And then they pity us. I couldn't handle it. One of these kids looking at you, hooked up to machines, and they say, "Thanks for trying, mister," because they know you couldn't get the real thing. That's why I transferred to finance. Give me these fundraisers and pitch meetings any day. I'm not afraid of donors or asking for money or anything. But superheroes, I don't know how Angie does it.
I'm so excited that you said that. How do I do it? Thanks a bunch, Bill.
I just want to get started as soon as possible.
Great. Then that's the meeting. Remember, you're the real stars that make the grants happen. And what matters is making the kids happy.
Let's find you a cubicle to research your star. Take notes on things like height, size, hair color, age, whatever. Some of the actor pool has video files with accents and physical movements, and we don't have an in-house seamstress or armorer or whatever, but I'll let you know what kind of expenses are allowed. Angie, could you let...
Hi, Mary Dare. Pleased to meet you.
Uh-huh. You picked Malvarmo. He's an ice guy, so you can cover your actor in ice snowsuit or whatever. Act cold around him.
I've heard of him. Is this our first villain?
It's been muttered once or twice as a joke, but we've shot it down with distractions. Try not to let it become a regular thing.
All right.
Normally we print out fun pictures of the stars to sign, but we don't have any rights to reproduce his image, so, I guess borrow one of the heroes?
No, you don't touch my hero stationery. Do the mini frisbees or something.
We're here on Gutty Street by Victory Diner where an unknown object has fallen out of the sky. It's made a crater which appears to be about 10 feet in diameter. Authorities have established a perimeter to keep civilians safe until we know what struck the ground and if there's more coming. We want to remind folks at home not to approach strange items that fall from the sky. They could be harmful either by... Oh, wait. Charlie, there appears to be an additional object coming out of the sky. Oh, it's Miss Cosmo. She's at the site of the impact, and she's moving aside rubble and debris. She's lifting out a body, considerably bigger than herself, and she's saying something.
It's okay, guys. Just Stanley. I'm gonna bring him to the PCC.
Well, there you have it. Miss Cosmo has contained the supervillain known as Strong Stanley, and she's bringing him to a powered containment center. As I was saying, large impact objects like we had here may be radioactive, leaking energy, or poisonous, so notify emergency personnel if you see one. That's all from Gutty Street. I'm Kent Stonewall with News 21.
Hey, thanks for doing this. You're already on payroll, so you'll be getting your direct deposit.
Thanks, but I've done a few of these before, and I don't think she bought it. The other kids were a little shy, and I knew I couldn't do the hero bit and smile and wave, so...
Oh, I saw. You gave him the mean mug and got a bunch of giggles. It was perfect.
You think?
Yeah, they came around. But you might be right. The main client didn't buy it. I'll talk to her.
Bye, kids. It was nice to meet you.
Thanks for trying, Miss Dare.
You could tell, huh? What gave it away? So we can fix it next time and fool the other kids some more.
I could see his eyes. Those weren't Malvarmo's eyes. His jokes were bad, too, like he was trying too hard.
You know a lot about the freeze gun, cold pun, I see a later bad guy, huh?
Yeah, he's not even really a bad guy. He's smart and funny. He's my favorite. He's a lot of kids' favorite.
What? Other kids have a favorite villain?
Uh-huh.
This is new.
No, it's not.
We've never heard this before.
You've never asked before. No one has ever asked before.
Psst. Hey, kids. Show of hands, who has a favorite villain? What?
Told you.
All of you? But they're bad guys.
Who do what they want. No one tells them what to do, and they don't care. You want to tell adolescent kids we're not supposed to be jealous of them?
What if they came here and do something bad?
Like what? Threaten to hurt us? Do you think someone in a funny suit can make what's left of our lives even worse?
Oh my god. That's the most hardcore thing I've ever heard. Tell you what, don't give up. I'm gonna see what I can do and get you a real grant.
I've encountered some kids that have come to terms, and ones that have lost their optimism, but that's a new one.
It was something.
Since you jumped in so fast, how about you see what Rebecca needs a hand with?
Rebecca? But I thought I'd be on Angie's team.
Angie is fine on her own. Her stars trust her. They vetted her. She's a protected contact. Becca could use some help with the celebs.
Wait, you said it's normally a week before getting assignments. It's only Wednesday and I don't feel like I got the kid's grant right. I want to try again.
Try again to do what?
I want to find him. The villain.
You can't be serious. Mr. Jin will never approve of this.
What matters is making the kids happy.
This is not the time to throw that back at us. This grant is done. It doesn't go any further.
Okay. It's over.
Earlier today, around 2 p.m., Center Ave was the scene of a dangerous riot where supercriminal Cedric Stain was threatening to cause chaos and harm civilians involving a plan to turn the city's new plasma-fueled metro service into a series of bombs. Stain and a swarm of his gang entered the transport depot by force, but were soon stopped by Tenenbaum and the Dark Detective. We have this footage obtained from a bystander.
It's time for a fresh blotch on the city. You morons made me a fleet of rolling bombs, and I'm going to use them to turn Brava into rubble. You think you're making progress with these vehicles? All you've made is yourselves into victims, and victims become a stain on the ground. Come on, let's get these abominations armed.
Your components are broken, Stain Gang. It's over. Just surrender, and I promise you, you will be unharmed. Unless you want Tenebron to deal with you after he's done with your boss.
I'm already finished. None of the bombs on the buses were armed.
None of those buses were armed. But don't forget about the prototype.
The extent of the damage so far is unknown. There are, at the moment, a number of casualties. 8 members of the Stain Gang are in custody, but Cedric Stain himself escaped in the chaos during the explosion. Chief Holpast will be making an announcement later today. I'm Emily Forsyth with Channel 80.
Uncle Jay, I need a favor.
What do you need, kiddo?
I need to find someone. It's for my new job. I don't know how to contact them, and I was wondering if you did.
I don't think I have a reason to know anyone you're cavorting with at your fancy charity place.
Well, yes and no. We get celebrities and sports people and superheroes, but this one little girl asked if she could meet a villain. And with your history as
a thug.
Right. You might still have some contacts?
Uh-huh.
And could introduce me?
Are you sure you know what you're asking?
No. And yes. I'm concerned about how this could affect your... Are you on parole or anything? I don't know, you never talked about it much, and my parents never went into detail, so I know I'm putting you at risk and myself, but this job is important to me. I get to help people. I know what it takes to get recognized, and I think this could be a start to my own department. I'm fantasizing, but the Foundation provides so much for so many who have nothing going for them. These kids get dealt the worst hands, and their lives are cut short or made painful and terrible, and for so much of their existence, they don't get what they want. But maybe I can give it to them.
Who is it? Who's the villain?
Malvarmo.
We're gonna have to talk about this in person. Can you make it to Victory Diner by 6:30?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. See you then.
Hi. I know I still need to convince you, and I'm sorry to drag you out, but thanks for meeting me.
Hey, slow down. We're gonna have some dinner, we're gonna chat, and you'll get an answer by the time we leave.
Okay.
First things first. Your parents.
Don't tell them. They know I got hired full-time after the internship, but I haven't said what department. They might think I'm still with the accounts floor.
They won't be happy with me if we do this.
I'll tell them we already had an established section of the Heroes department at StarWell. They'll believe it.
I'm sure not gonna spill the beans. You gave a damn convincing speech over the phone. What I wasn't convinced about was whether this is more about your career or the kids.
It's both. Theoretically, they'd feed each other. I've always been a good planner and team builder. Remember how I organized that community action day to repurpose the old river mill into a youth center? Or arrange the mini music fest for Veterans Day?
No, I wasn't around for those. I heard about them, but
Oh, right. Sorry. What I'm saying is I need a foothold in the Foundation. If I join another department, it'll be fine, but I want more. If I can spearhead something new and we can reach more people and help more kids, I'm not saying what they do isn't great, but if the children are seeking something no one can give them, then they'll lose hope. And that's practically the last thing they have.
But they're the bad guys. You're seeking out villains. They're dangerous. They might rob you or hurt you, and throw you in the bay, vaporize you, steal your memories. And you want to bring one to a group of the most vulnerable people in the city, in one of the most important places in the city? You're out of your mind.
You're right. There's nothing preventing them from doing something bad, but I think we're starting with the right one. While Varmo hasn't severely hurt anyone,
A lot of frostbite.
he's committed a lot of theft, larceny, and property damage, but he's mostly a heist guy. You can count how many big city brawls he's been in on one hand, and I think everything he does is with that gun. He doesn't even have powers, so he's not inherently dangerous. You haven't met these kids. They could turn anyone into a softie. If I can convince him he's doing some good, then maybe someday the DA or a judge will count it as community service, or reduce a charge or a sentence.
Stop. You're dreaming about things you can't promise. If you say that, and then can't deliver, you are definitely in the crosshairs. Let's go for a walk. It's a weird world you're asking to get into. These villains, some have powers and some don't, and some hide them and some say they have them and then don't. The heroes are flashy and all smiles, bright colors. They know they need to gain the public's trust. The best and worst thing is that without the costume, you might not be able to tell the difference. They both have problems and obsessions and addictions, and they both might have fun with what they're doing. Where they all see themselves as being right, and I'm not going to get into that.
How long did you work with them?
I went legit about 10 years ago, so I might not know all the people today, either by turnover or because I wasn't on the same level as them, and we're here.
What's here?
This store. The only one open on the block.
Alpacalypse Now? A yarn store?
You mean you don't know alpacas produce the best wool?
You don't knit.
Maybe I do. And maybe this is the front for an establishment that caters to who you want to talk to.
What? We're doing this now?
Yep.
You didn't say we'd do it tonight.
Since you're a civvy, and it's your first time, do you want a Domino mask or a Maverick mask?
There's a difference?
Amateur. Domino it is. Put this on.
Wait.
No. You were a damn ball of fire over this 30 minutes ago. You reach in, you pull that back up. Let me do the initiating. Don't threaten anyone, don't stare, don't show anyone your ID, and don't take off your mask. Anyone asks you, you say well, you're with me. Now let's go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hi, Gunter. I was wondering if the new stock came in. We'd like to see it. It's been a while, but Mr. Gunderson always showed me the fresh shipment. Come on.
Oh my god.
He's here.
Malvarmo?
Over there, against the wall. It's now or never, kiddo.
Mr. Malvarmo, sir. I'm here to ask a favor. Well, really, I'm asking you to grant a wish.
The StarWell Foundation is a production of OMV Podcast written by Alex Squires, inspired by the Villain Wrangler community thread on Tumblr. Featuring voice actors Kay Giroux, Bob Savage, Sarah Gary, Mike Davis, Jobin Allen, Steph McGillivary, Colin Vignall, Michelle Arslan, Kristen Blakely Chesler, Colin Allen, and Alex Squires. Music clips by Kevin Mason, with additional music and sound effects from freesound.org, BBC Sound Effects, and incompetech.com. If you like this episode, please let us know in the comments, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe as well. Visit Opinions May Vary on social media and omvpodcast.com for all of our past episodes featuring interviews, reviews, comics, artists, creators, actors, games, conventions, cosplayers, and more. Part 2 comes out next month. Thanks for listening.